In this episode, Jim is going to talk about why you should focus on the process or the steps instead of the outcome. So much of my life, I was focused on this revenue goal, this outcome, this personal thing. And it was really an enlightening conversation today about the power of focusing on the process that actually leads you to the outcome or the goal. It was really an impactful conversation for me. I think it will be for you as well. Also, we are going to challenge you to read a book in this episode. So if you're interested in this book, just type the word hustle in the comments below, and we will make sure we get you that link to that book. We think you're going to learn something. And if you want to be a part of reading that book together, we'll just talk about it on these episodes. Let us know, and you can be a part of the journey with us. Thank you. Enjoy.
How you can be the greatest salesperson on the planet.
Welcome to the Rethink Sales Show. My name is Derek Kelly. I am joined by Jim Shorkey.
Air bumped cold season.
And Jim, something we were talking about off camera is the power of recognizing process and not just outcome. Why do you think the best salespeople or people that you're helping right now think about process and not just outcome?
The idea is we have to understand that we want to accomplish something, whatever that would be. And so we decide in our mind we want to accomplish this. And then the next question is, how do we go about doing that? In simplistic terms, we find somebody who is way smarter than I am, who has done what I want to do. He or she has done what I want to do. And I ask him or her, how do you go about doing this? What's the best way? And they say, well, you do this, number one. Number two, I'm taking notes. Maybe they even hand me a list. Or maybe they give me a resource. Read this book. This is what I did. I read this book. If you read that book, I'm going to read that book.
That's right.
Hear what I'm saying? So now I'm focused on the book. I'm no longer focused on the outcome. All I want to do is read the book, pen in hand, take notes, and really digest this book. And that's one of my favorite things to do with different people that I've met over the years is to ask them, what's your favorite book you ever read? And I get that book. Earlier, we were talking about the book, The 4 Stars of Leadership. And out of that book came Chop Wood, Carry Water. And out of that book came this book I'm reading right now, which I'm going to get you to read. There you go. You just heard it.
Yeah.
What is the outcome we're looking for?
We are looking to help one more person move toward rethinking their sales.
Yeah, exactly. Let's be careful there. Rethinking their life. We do focus on sales. That's what I do. I'm a sales guy. But once you understand how the process works, you know how to achieve any goal on this planet.
That's right.
Did you get me there? So if I want to lose weight, I learn how to do that. Do you realize that losing weight and making money is the same process? It's finding out what are the steps I need to take to lose weight versus what are the steps I need to take to make money. And should I focus on the weight or should I focus on the
Steps.
It's the steps. That's it. So we're going to focus on the steps every day. We have this idea in Rethink 2.0, and it's called discipline journaling. So we take our list. Let's talk about the one from Mr. Hamilton. At the beginning of the day, we look at those 10 things and we say, I'm going to do each one of these 10 things today. So you start into the day, check off 1, check off 2. And then the day gets busy and you do a couple more that you don't get a chance to go back and say, I did those. You did them. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you get that list and you're laying in bed at night. You get your list out. How'd I do today? I got 8 out of 10. Remember I said the knowing doing gap. So we have a gap of 2, which is good. That's a good grade. Yeah, it's a very good grade. Absolutely. Or maybe it's 5 out of 10, which is not a good grade, but still we got 5. So we're going to celebrate the 5, not the ones we missed. But we're going to rededicate ourselves tomorrow to the list.
Yes.
Not to the goal, to the list. And we know because we got the list from Mr. Hamilton, if we keep doing this list day in, day out, as much as we can, we know we're going to get there. And the point is to keep working on getting that to where the knowing doing gap is 0. So these 10 become absolutely positively habits. Mr. Hamilton gave them to me. Why would I leave one off?
Yeah.
So I'm focused on the list, not the outcome. Once I learn how to do that, what would I do if I wanted to lose weight?
The same thing.
What would I do if I wanted to improve my marriage?
The same thing.
Get a book on love. What's the best book ever written on having a successful marriage? Get the book. Read it.
5 Love Languages book is pure.
Get the book. You read the book. How am I doing? I'm not doing so good. Okay, now we know. Can we improve on that? I can. And we start to work at it. What happens in a marriage? It gets better.
Yep.
It's the way it works.
Yeah.
It gets better. So in life, once we learn how to achieve one goal, now we know how to achieve any goal, or at least move towards the goal. Sometimes, many times people miss this as well. So the goal's 10, and we get to 8. How'd we do?
Good.
You didn't hit your goal. You know what? Yes, I did. Granted, not the whole way, but sometimes close enough is good enough.
Yeah,
Sometimes close enough is good enough. Where were we when we started? We were here at 0, and we got the whole way to 8. I call that a victory.
Yeah.
It's not the 10. I call that a victory.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah. Does focusing too much on the outcome actually harm you in the pursuit of your goal?
Absolutely. Because when we're focused on the outcome, are we going to love the customer properly? Are we going to love the team properly? And are we going to keep it very humble? So think about that.
Yeah.
If we focus on the outcome, we're going to get frustrated.
Right.
The bottom line is, don't talk about the outcome. Talk about the list. I'm telling you, that's the answer.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe. Maybe there's somebody else who would express it differently. I'm reading these books. What's he telling me? Get off outcome.
Get off outcome.
One of the chapters is, he wrote a book actually, Burn Your Goals.
Huh.
Absolutely. So it's not
I feel
just
like
me.
the Shortky from 25, 30 years ago would have been like, burn my goals. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
it's not just me. But had I done a better job at the list, the goals, I used to say this to salespeople: stop looking for sold cars. That's the outcome. Selling a car. Stop looking for sold cars. Start looking for customers. Treat them the
So
very
good, Jim.
best way you can,
Yep.
and the sold cars will find you. It's in the training manual of the Jim Shorkey Family Auto Group. Stop looking for car sales. Start looking for customers. Treat them the best way, which is our process. Treat them the very best way that you can, and the sales will find you. Imagine if we approached our business here in the same fashion.
That's good.
I think it's going to grow organically, and I think we're going to keep working at it. All I ever wanted to do was to help one very important person, and that brings me great joy. I have the data. I have helped one very important person, and if I can get one, I am so grateful. If that one becomes 2, 3, 4, 5, that is phenomenal for me. Wonderful, wonderful. If it becomes 1,000, which by the way, it has. I meet people that say, Jim Shorkey, you changed my life. What do you mean? How could I change your life? Just the advice you gave me 5 years ago. I did what you told me to do, and it worked. That makes me cry every time. I can't help it. I cry every single time. I was somewhere, I think I was at the Christmas party, and this fella comes up to me and says, I want to tell you something, Jim Shorkey. You changed my life. And I put my hands together in prayer for him. I said, oh, thank you for saying that. I got very emotional. I said, how could I have that much power? You changed my life. He said, and I'm so grateful for you, Jim Shorkey. That was a blessing. We got to be careful. Keep it very humble. And never lose sight of that one person on the other side of that camera listening today and saying, okay, remember I told you many times, Derek, about the tape, the cassette tape. And I went into the dealership. It was Brian Tracy, the psychology of selling. And I said, I don't even know what this is. I have no idea. But things are going to be different from this point forward. Things get better when I get better. I said it to my team. I'm hoping there's someone behind that camera that has that same idea that, wow, this is incredible. If that cat on the other end of the camera, this cat here can do this, so can I. And he or she takes this opportunity to say, you know what? It's time. It's time. And I'm going to get this thing going with my list.
Yep. It's so
Starts
good, Jim,
today.
because it focuses on, you read that quote about people don't fall onto the top of a mountain, but they did it through the list, through following the process, through seeking expert counsel, by obviously making mistakes.
Through hustle. Hustle. That's the title of this book. I'd recommend it. If we could really get a group of people, why don't we get a bunch of people who are watching us right now to get this book and read it, and then you read it, and then you and I can discuss it. At least if nothing else, it'll make the message way more meaningful for
Let
you.
us know in the comments if you want to get the book Hustle. Just type Hustle. If you grabbed it on Amazon or wherever, just type Hustle in the comments and we'll know.
Yeah. Here's the title. And I like titles. It says Hustle. The people at the top of the mountain didn't fall there. Joshua Medcalf. Wow. What does that even mean? You mean Mr. Hamilton didn't just fall there? No, he did these things. What are those things, Mr. Hamilton? Tell me more. Because if you can do them, I can do them. I found out what those things were, started to do them, and guess what? It worked.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so compelled emotionally. It gets me very teary-eyed right now. I'm good. I'm emotional, and it makes me cry because that's it for me. That's all I want to do. I just want to help one very important person. And if you are that one person today,
Wow. Jim, thank you. Just listen to that, not wanting to focus on the goal, but wanting to focus on the process that leads toward the outcome. That's powerful stuff. So much of my life, I was focused on how do we hit this revenue goal, or how do we hit this team goal, or how do I hit this personal goal? And then I would find myself exactly what Jim said, frustrated. Oh, we hit 80% instead of 100%. It became like this internal struggle instead of just focusing on, oh, okay, we should have done this better. We should have asked less questions.
That's
We
it.
should have done this differently.
It really should never come down to, think about this, Derek. Somebody says to me, this is a hypothetical situation. Jim, how did you do last month? How did the dealership do last month? We'll just make up a name. We'll call it Courtesy Suzuki, which is what it was at one time. The answer to that question is we didn't sell enough cars. Bad answer. I missed it. And that's how I thought. The answer to that question is not so good. Why not? We didn't do the process the right way. We kept missing this one step regularly, this one here too often, and we're going to go back to work on the process.
We didn't help the customers.
Yeah. What about selling cars? If we do the process, we're going to get to the top of the mountain. But if we work too hard on getting to the top of the mountain versus doing the process, we're going to miss it. We're going to miss it. It's not about the goal. It's about the list. I cannot stress that enough. And I know it's really different than what you've been told. But I also had to relearn this. I am still learning. I talked about this. I'll repeat. Things get better when I get better. What if this is true? Do I want to get better? Lifelong learning, constant and never-ending improvement, novelty, learning new things. And this thing about getting off of outcome, when I see it, it's like, what are you talking about? That's new for me. And boy, does it ever make sense.
Yeah.
Okay? Makes a lot of sense. And I'm thinking about that now in terms of the big picture, what Derek and I are doing. And I think I'm too focused on outcome. I don't think I'm focused enough on the process. So I'm learning. My brain right now is on fire. And I wrote at the very bottom here, get off outcome, get on the process, the list. I would suggest that you
Yes.
take this.
I'm excited to read this book.
It's filled with germs. Now you have a really bad cold. Oh, you already had the cold.
I already have the cold.
I think everybody has
Well,
it.
thank you, Jim. If you want to get the book Hustle, put Hustle in the comments below, and we'll make sure we get you a link where you can grab it and journey along with us.
Excellent.
Thank you,